Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there. How is your life today? Good. Welcome back to the grammar class with me, Mr. Asep Hardiyanto. And today we are going to learn about the new material, degree of comparison. Comparison indicates degree of difference with adjective and adverb, and it might be equal or unequal. So when you are going to compare two or more entities, you have to use this kind of structure in your sentence. So we start with equal comparison. An equal comparison indicates that the two entities are exactly the same. The following rule generally applies to the type of comparison. Subject, verb, as, adjective or adverb, as, noun or pronoun. So, two entities are similar or equal. Take for example, Peter is as tall as I. Another example, you are as old as she. This is another example. For adjective, my book is as interesting as yours. This is adjective. The second one is his car ran as fast as a race car. This is verb, adverb. The next example is his job is not as difficult as mine, and this one is adjective. The next one is unequal comparison. In unequal comparison, there are two kinds of comparison. The first is comparative, the second one is superlative. This type of comparative implies that the entities are comparable in a greater or lesser degree. The following rules generally apply to this type of comparative. The first rule is add er to the adjective base of most one and two syllable adjective. Take for example, thick, become thicker. The second one is cold, become colder. The third one is quiet, become quieter. The second one or the second rule is use the form more plus adjective for most three syllable adjectives. Take for example, more beautiful, more important, more believable. The third rule is use the form more plus adjective for adjectives ending in the following suffixes ed, full, ing, ish, and os. Take for example, more headache, more useful, more stylish, more cautious. The fourth one or the four rules is double the final consonant of one syllable adjective which end in a single consonant and are preceded by a single vowel. Take for example, big, become bigger, red, become redder, hot, become hotter. The last rule is when an adjective ends with consonant plus y, change the y to I and add er. Take for example, happy, become happier, dry, become drier. These are the pattern of using comparative degree. Subject, verb, adjective plus er, or adverb plus er, or more plus adjective or adverb, or less plus adjective or adverb, plus than plus noun or pronoun. So it should be depend or it depends on the syllables of the adjective or the adverb. Remember, always use the subject form of the pronoun after than. This is another example. John's grades are higher than his sister's. This is adjective. And the second one, today is hotter than yesterday. The next one, he speaks Spanish more fluently than I. He visits his family less frequently than she does. This year's exhibit is less impressive than last year's. The next one is in the superlative. In superlative degree, there are more entities are compared, one of which is superior or inferior to the others. In constructing this degree, we have to use the following pattern. And the pattern is subject plus verb plus the plus adjective plus est when the word is consists of one or two syllable, and most plus adjective or least plus adjective when the word more than three syllables, plus in plus singular countable noun, and plus of plus plural countable noun. This is the example. John is the tallest boy in the family. Diana is the shortest of the three sisters. These shoes are least expensive of all. Of the three shirts, this one is the prettiest. Adverbs usually are not followed by er or est. Instead, they are compared by adding more or less for the comparative degree and by adding most or least to the form of the superlative. Like for example, carefully. For comparative, it should be more carefully or less carefully. For superlative, most carefully and least carefully. Another example is cautiously. For the comparative, more cautiously and less cautiously. For the superlative, most cautiously and least cautiously. This is the example. Saul drove more cautiously than Paul. This is for comparative degree. That child behaves the most carelessly of all. This is superlative degree. The next one is irregular, comparative, and superlatives. A few adjective and adverb have irregular forms for the comparative and superlative. These are the example. The first is far. In comparative, we can use further, and for the superlative, we can use furthest. The second one is little. We can use less for comparative and least for superlative. The third one is much or many. We use more for comparative and most for superlative. The fourth one is good. We can use better for comparative and best for superlative. And the last one is bad. We use worst for comparative and worst for superlative. These are the examples. The university is further than the mall. The second one is this magazine is better than that one. And the last one is he acts worse now than ever before. Right. That's all our material today. Hope you can enjoy the video. Thank you for your attention and see you next meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.